Thank you for clicking on this video. I appreciate your views. If you haven't noticed, my face has not been on camera in a very long time. As you can see why, I am really broken out. So I'm going to start a new little series on this channel. You know, I have Makeup Mondays, I have Tub Tuesdays, I have random whateverness Thursdays and Fridays. So this series I'm going to call On Wednesdays We Wear Face Masks. And in this series, each video I'm going to focus on a different kind of face mask, the benefits, the downfalls, the different types of face masks. And today's face mask is homemade face mask. So I'm going to make my own face mask using ingredients that I already have in the house. And hopefully I can start getting rid of some of my face demons, because I never break out this badly. Usually my breakouts are hormonal related, but I don't feel like my hormones are out of whack or anything. So I think this might actually be a bacterial breakout, which means I could be fighting off a virus. Usually I get breakouts when I get sick. I don't feel sick, but maybe my body's fighting something off that I don't know about. So I have notes written down on my phone, so you'll see me looking down reading my phone. I have like a whole list of notes on here for this series that I've been wanting to do for like 3 months, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. First ingredient we're going to talk about is coffee grounds. I have my morning's coffee grounds in here. And when I use these in soap, I will dry them out in the oven. But since I'm not using this in soap, but I'm not storing this face mask, this is just a one-time use thing for me, I'm not drying it out. Keep in mind though, if you do decide to store your face masks to use it again, it could grow mold because there's moisture in these obviously. And I just got coffee grounds all over the place because I dropped my spoon. Coffee grounds is actually not fun to work with. After making that coffee ground soap, I have coffee grounds all over my kitchen and it's just getting everywhere. But it's worth it because coffee is a fantastic ingredient for your skin, and I'm going to tell you why. Obviously it exfoliates, and exfoliating is always good because it gets rid of dead skin cells and it gives you a more bright, refreshed look. And that goes for your whole body, not just your face. The caffeine in coffee will stimulate the blood flow in your face, and it can like plump up your face just ever so slightly, and it will help fill in fine lines and even a little bit of wrinkles, so it'll give you a more youthful look. Coffee is also an antioxidant, and we all know antioxidants are good for skin. And I have probably a little more than I need in here, but this is the amount that I'm using. The main ingredient for this particular face mask that I'm using, and I'm not following anybody's recipe, I'm just kind of combining ingredients that I already know are good for skin. I'm not using like an online guide or anything. This is just what I'm using for my own personal skin. But the main ingredient is going to be yogurt. And this is Activia yogurt, so there's probiotics in this. We all know probiotics are good for your skin and good for your insides. This is going to be my moisturizing agent. This is going to provide lots of moisture. I have very dry skin right now. It's in the middle of winter. We're in February now, so I have very dry skin and I need all the moisture that I can get. There is lactic acid in yogurt, and that's going to help with your fine lines and anti-aging. And the probiotics help to even skin tone, so that's why I'm using yogurt. This is actually expired, so this is not something I'm going to be eating. It should be fine on the face. The next ingredient I'm going to use is Manuka honey. And if you're not familiar with Manuka honey, this is honey that was made from the Manuka tree, which is where we get tea tree oil from, the essential oil, tea tree oil. This is great antifungal, great antibacterial. It's an anti-inflammatory, which I need. Obviously, I'm having an inflammatory response to something, which is why my face is really broken out. So Manuka honey is great for the skin. I definitely recommend it. And if you can't afford it, because it is an expensive honey, I think this is about $30 jar. That's a lot. You can just use regular honey. It doesn't have to be Manuka honey. The Manuka honey just has the added benefit of the Manuka nectar in it. And the last ingredient that I will be adding into my face mask today is oat flour. This is the brand Bob's Red Mill. I'm sure this is widely available in grocery stores. I got this at my local nature food store. It's just ground up oats. It's just oat flour, that's all it is. And this will soothe the skin. Since I am using an exfoliant, it's going to be important to also soothe the skin. It does have a very slight exfoliating property to it. It's such a fine flour though, it's not going to irritate the skin as much as the larger, coarser coffee grounds will. This is a very smooth feeling exfoliant. And also this absorbs oils. Now I said that my face is dry right now, which it is, but since I'm breaking out, the breakouts are oily, and I know that's confusing, but my skin, my normal skin is dry, but where I'm having breakouts is oily, and oat flour will absorb oils. So if you have oily skin, I recommend an oatmeal based product for your skin. It'll help absorb those oils on your face. And my means of measuring is just a teaspoon spoon. I only grabbed 1 spoon, so everything that I'm combining, I'm just doing it by the teaspoons. I think I'll just do a teaspoon of every ingredient in with the coffee grounds. Okay, first ingredient I'm going to add to the coffee grounds is the Activia yogurt. I'm going to stir it up a little bit. It's about 1.5 teaspoons. I might add more to it to see if I have enough to cover my whole face. Next up, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of honey. And then I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of oat flour. I might add more to this too, it just depends on what my consistency ends up like. There are other kitchen ingredients you can use for your own face mask. I know egg whites are really good for face masks. I don't have any eggs, so I'm not using it. And then also avocados are really good. They provide a lot of good moisture. I actually have some face masks that have avocado in them. It just kind of depends what you have in your kitchen and what your skin needs are. This looks absolutely amazing. I am so happy with the results of this. The consistency is perfect. Alright, now all I gotta do is put this goop on my face. There are face mask brushes that you can use to brush it on. I don't have one. I've never actually used one before. I'm not really sure if they're gimmicky or if they actually work. I'm just gonna go in with my phalanges and I'm going to smear this goop on my face. It smells like coffee and yogurt. It smells really good. And since the yogurt's been in the fridge, it's going to be cold on my face, which I'm not a fan of. And I'm going to massage it into the skin to get that exfoliating going on, because that's kind of the whole point of the coffee grounds, is to exfoliate. Most face masks, I would not rub it in like this, but this is an exfoliating face mask. So I'll rub it in. I love the way this smells. It smells like a cappuccino with the vanilla yogurt and the coffee.
Rock lobster! Rock lobster!
If you are exfoliating the nose area, be very gentle. That skin is really delicate. Right in here. I tend to over exfoliate right in that area, and then it gets red, so gotta be careful. You can also buy clays at your local craft store like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. They will have like clay powders that you can add. It'll make it a little more officially a face mask if you add clay in it. If you have dry skin, I would probably avoid using clay masks because it is a little bit drying. It kind of draws everything out to the surface, including moisture. So be careful if you use clay masks. Why do I look like such a monster? Alright, I'm gonna let this dwell on my face for maybe 10 minutes, and then I will wash it off. And I'm gonna clean up now. But if you want to save it for another day, I'm sure it'll keep at least maybe 3 to 5 days. I wouldn't use it after a week, just because, you know, it'll start getting funky and you don't want to put funky stuff on your skin. Also, be careful with the coffee grounds. I have a lot in this face mask. I should not have put that much in. It can clog your drain. I've never had any of my exfoliants clog my drain before. I use a lot of exfoliating products, exfoliating soap bars, exfoliating everything. And I've never had my drain clog from it, but coffee grounds can clog your drain. So if your drains are prone to clogging, be careful with the coffee grounds. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Note for future face mask making, I will probably add some extra oat flour just to thicken it up a little bit. It is a little bit of a runny consistency. It was a little bit difficult to apply when it was that runny. My face is itching right here. Right there it itches. Okay. So this feels great on the face. It has kind of a cooling effect, which I assume is going to be from the yogurt. And you can use any brand of yogurt. It doesn't have to be Activia. Any kind of yogurt will be great for your skin. Be very, very gentle wiping this stuff off, because it's not fun to over exfoliate your face. I do it all the time. It's not fun to do. It makes your skin hurt for at least an entire day. Yeah, this is very messy. I'm going to finish wiping this off in the bathtub so I don't make a mess all over the place. It's probably a better idea to do this before you shower. That way you can make sure you get all the coffee grounds out. I have some in my hair. That always happens when I put on face masks. It always ends up in my hair. So, face feels great. It feels really moisturized actually, which is nice. Very moisturizing. And that, I'll tell you what, that tasted good. Obviously I got a little bit in my mouth, and if you leave out the coffee grounds on this, you can literally just eat this. It tasted really good actually. Coffee grounds are bitter though. I don't recommend eating coffee grounds. So I'm hoping what this face mask will do is plump up my skin and disguise my fine lines. I did just recently turn 30, so I gotta worry about wrinkles now. I hope the honey will help with my acne that I have, which I haven't had in a long time, so hopefully it will be antibacterial and clean out all of my pores. The oat flour, I hope it soothes my skin and dries up any oils that I don't want on my skin. And I hope the yogurt is moisturizing my skin and smells great. I smell like a cappuccino. I love it. So stay tuned for the next installment where I will be talking about a different type of face mask and the benefits and the downsides of it. And I'll see you again in my next video, whenever that will be. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. It is actually a beautiful day. I went hiking yesterday. It was like the first sunny day since December. Fantastic. And enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy the spring. My daffodils are coming up. This is a very rambly outro, and I hate those, so I'm going to stop talking and turn off my camera. Bye!